Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all here today. I want to start with a little story from my classroom. A few days ago, a 3.5-year-old child was getting ready to go outside. Normally, putting on shoes is a little bit tricky at this age. But this time, he decided to do it all by himself. He carefully picked each shoe and tried a few times and finally managed to put them on correctly. Then he stood up, looked at me with the biggest smile and said, "I did it." The pride on his face was incredible. Now, a little bit about me. I have been working with young children for 13 years. And currently, I'm a Head Start teacher at PACT program. I hold a Bachelor of Arts in English and Associate degree in Early Childhood Education. And now I'm furthering my study in the PK Montessori program at Chaminade University. Remember the little moment when a child puts on his shoes. Every time the children do something on their own, their brains grows, coordination improves, and confidence builds. These small successes help them learn, explore, and feel proud. That moment will guide us in today's workshop. We will start by looking at how a child's brain develops. And then we will explore Dr. Maria Montessori and her plans of development. We will also touch on 3 key child development theories: Piaget, Vygotsky, and Erickson's. And we will see how these ideas connect to Montessori approach. By the end of today, you will have practical ideas to help your little ones grow and learn and feel proud of their accomplishment, just like putting on their own shoes for the first time. Brain. Did you know that a child's brain grows fastest in the first 6 years? At birth, 25% of the adult size. 50% 1 year old, 80% 2 year old, 90% 5 years old, and 95% as 6. Every experience shapes their skills, independence, and confidence, laying the foundation for lifelong learner. This golden period is when Dr. Montessori called the absorbent mind, because the children absorb everything around them. Let's take a closer look at who she was and how her approach helps children make the most of this early year. Dr. Maria Montessori was an Italian physician and educator who believed that children learn best through hands-on experiences and independent discovery. From this understanding, she developed the Montessori method of education, a child-centered approach that supports children in exploring, learning, and growing at their own pace. She said, "The greatest sign of success for a teacher is to be able to say, the children are now working as if I did not exist." In other words, the best learning happens when children are so engaged that they hardly notice the adults. They are learning with curiosity and joy, and that's really the heart of the Montessori method. Dr. Montessori states in her book, The Absorbent Mind, she said, development is a series of rebirth. She divided children's growth into 4 stages called the planes of development. Each plane goes on for about 6 years. The first plane, Dr. Montessori called this plane the absorbent mind because Children at this age are like a little sponge. They absorb everything around them, every word, every small task, and every experience helps build the foundation for all future learning. Playing 2 from 6-year-old to 12 years old. Dr. Montessori called this playing the reasoning mind. This is a time when children explore questions and understand the world through thought, curiosity, and growing independence. The third plane from 12-year-old to 18 years old. This plane called adolescence. This is a time of big changes and growing independence. When teens explore their identity, emotions, and relationships. Parents can support them by offering guidance, freedom, and opportunities to make choices. And the last plane, from 18 years old to 24 years old, this plane called maturity. These young adults develop full independence and take on social, professional, and personal responsibility. They apply knowledge and experiences from earlier planes to work, relationships, and society, preparing to make meaningful contributions to the world. Now, let's look at how children think as they grow. John Piaget, a child development theorist. Piaget was a psychologist who lived from 1896 to 1980. He described 4 stages of how children's thinking develops over time. All stages are in your handouts, but we will focus only on our pre-operational stage. At this stage, children are learning to think in symbols. For example, a block can become a car, or a banana can become a phone. Their imagination is very strong, and they often notice only one thing at a time, like thinking a taller glass has more milk, even if both glasses hold the same amount. This is why play is so important. Hands-on activity, pretend play, drawing, and exploring help children build the foundation of logical thinking later. Lev Vygotsky. Lev Vygotsky was a Russian psychologist who believed children learn best through social interaction. By talking, playing, and sharing ideas with others. He noticed that children can do something on their own, but other things they can do with just a little help. He called this the zone of proximal development. Think about helping a child tie their shoes. They might need you to guide their hands at first, but after practicing, they can do it alone. This gentle support is called scaffolding. Now, we have talked about how children think and learn from others. Let's look at how they grow emotionally. Erik Erikson, a psychologist who studied development from birth to adulthood, described life as 8 stages. All stages are in your handouts. Today we will focus on the preschool year, stage 3, initiative, and guilt. Between ages 3 and 6, children are full of energy, curiosity, and imagination. They want to explore, create, and try new things. You might hear a lot that say, I can do it, I will do it, let me try. When adults encourage their ideas and let them make small choices like what to wear and how to set the table, children develop confidence and a healthy sense of initiative. But if they are constantly told no, they may feel guilty about trying new things and hesitate to explore. So our goal as parents and teachers is to support exploration, give them freedom to imagine, try, and even make mistakes. Now, how do all these theories connect to Montessori approach? Piaget showed us that children learn by doing, exploring the world with their own hands. And that's exactly what happens in a Montessori classroom. Children use hands-on materials that let them discover and understand concepts of themselves, instead of just being told what to do or what to learn. Vygotsky emphasized how much learning happens through social interaction. In Montessori, children learn from each other in mixed age groups. The younger observe and imitate, while the older ones become role models and leaders. Teachers offering just the right amount of help without taking over. Erickson reminds us how important it is for children to build confidence and initiative. Montessori supports this beautifully by giving children real tasks, freedom to choose, and opportunity for success. Together, these theories point to the same truth. Children learn best when they are actively involved, socially connected, and emotionally supported. Quick takeaway. With Montessori freedom, Piaget's exploration, Vygotsky connection, and Erickson's confidence, you are helping your child become a joyful learner. Thank you for joining today. Bye.